What's poppin'? Brand new whip, just hopped in. I got options. I can pass that.
Happy Monday, T Squad. It's your girl Keisha, and I am here with a piping hot, exclusive, explosive episode of Behind the Scenes Tea. So, you guys, Gizelle and Roberto just released their new episode of Reasonably Shady, and in it they spill all of the tea on the rumors and things that have been going on behind the scenes of the Real Housewives of Potomac. Roberto addresses who she thinks leaked her marriage information. Gizelle talks about her dating Jason from Winter House on Bravo, and Roberto admits, you guys, that Juan, in fact, did cheat on her. But in admitting that, she still continues to lie. And I have receipts that she has been lying still. Let's first address Robyn talking about who she thinks leaked her marriage information.
The moment that could have been. But the shady moment is like, I don't understand why we can't control our own personal, exciting news that's going on in our life. And so,
such as
at the reunion, we talked about, the fact that I got married in the season finale. Yeah.
without Gizelle.
Right. So we talked about the fact that I got married, and somebody from who was witnessing the reunion, I don't think it was a cast member. I think it might have been a glam person because they had monitors in the dressing rooms.
Right.
Somebody went and ran their mouth and told my business
Of
and
course.
told Dave Quinn, the People reporter, that,
Yeah.
Robyn got married and it's going to be seen in the finale and blah, 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 blah. And I'm just like, why would you? I understand we're on a TV show. I understand, you get excited over the drama, but like, that's still kind of like my personal business.
Yes, but let's go back to a public person. So they felt like they could share because all of your business is shared.
Right.
But by no means am I defending this person.
No, I know.
Yes.
But it's just really disappointing where I was like, okay, I just wanted it to be left. You see it on the finale as
Right.
it was supposed to be seen, and you find out, then. And then we could talk about it. But it's just like, why?
Right.
Why do people feel the need to
Y'all mind y'all's business.
spoil other people's personal business?
Yes, because
So,
they have no business of their own.
right.
Yes.
At this point, I don't believe anything that comes out of Roberto's mouth. I honestly think that her camp was the one that leaked the information to People magazine to get ahead of the story about the fact that they did in fact get married. It's not a coincidence that the information came out last Monday after last Sunday's episode where Karen blasted her about Juan cheating on her, and about, Karen saying that she didn't believe that they would ever get married and that the marriage would go through. So like I said, it's mighty funny that the following day, this information is released that Robyn and Juan got married. I don't believe anything that comes out of this liar's mouth. Now let's get into Gizelle and Jason.
Okay, so on the blogs in the streets, I have been out and about and seen with this guy. His name's Jason. We love Jason. And he's a little younger than me.
Little. How much?
Again, I'm not a mathematician, but just
10,
a couple years.
15,
10 plus.
16,
10 plus.
20?
So, no.
28?
Stop it. So 10 plus.
18.
So now I am all here for Larsa and Marcus. The end. I have changed my tune. And Larsa, when I was throwing you shade a couple months ago, I'm sorry, girl. I ain't
Take it
mean
back.
it. I'm dying.
You live and you learn. You lived and you learned.
I'm taking it back. I'm sorry, girl. I should have known. Just keep my mouth shut.
So are you a cougar?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm happy to be a cougar.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
I need some.
Rawr.
I need
Let me hear. Yeah, there you go.
Is that it?
I don't know.
Is that it?
Yeah. It needs to be a little more. No.
Oh,
okay.
what?
Rawr.
Oh, right. Oh, like Etta James. Is that right? No, wait a minute.
Etta James.
Esther Roll.
Eartha
Wait a minute.
Kitt.
Eartha Kitt. Yeah, Eartha Kitt.
Etta James and Eartha and Esther Roll.
I combined about 4 people.
Eartha Kitt. Rawr.
Yes, Eartha Kitt.
There you go.
No, no.
You about to run him away.
He's not listening to this. Okay.
You sure?
Okay. And then Eartha Kitt always says, I'm not wearing any panties. Okay, I have on panties today, but typically I'm very much Ashley Darby with no panties on. Okay.
Now, for those of you who don't know who Jason is, I am a huge fan of Winter House and Summer House. He has been on the first 2 seasons of Winter House, and this is how he looks. He's an eye-looking man, I'm surprised that, Gizelle went for him, to be honest with you, because, Gizelle normally likes to go for super ugly men. But you know, Jason is cool for what it is. You know what I'm saying? I'm shocked that they're dating. Don't really know how long this is gonna last. But if it's good for the goose, I guess it's good for the gander. Maybe he ain't seen her ankles yet. Maybe he hasn't seen those baseball bat legs. I don't know. Maybe he just avoids the wrinkles on her neck. I don't know. But congratulations to the couple. Now let's get into the meat and potatoes of this video.
Okay.
All right, moving on. Okay, so Robyn,
Yeah.
the world found out you got married.
Yeah.
And the world found out that you and Karen apparently had beef.
Yeah.
So that played out on the Real Housewives of Potomac. We're not going to touch on that. But if y'all want to get y'all entire life and see a really good episode, what number was that? Episode
15.
That was episode 15. Get your entire life. Okay. And Gizelle had a good old time. Giselle was just on the side drinking her tequila. Okay. So after that, everybody found out you got married. And then all of a sudden, people in these streets decided they had things to say. Yeah. And it didn't hit the blogs. What these people saying, Robyn? Okay, I'll tell it. So there's some sort of strumpet out here that is staking claims on Juan Dixon. And I just want to say, y'all stop it. Strumpet. That's all I'm going to say. Do you have anything to say?
Okay. So I debated on whether like addressing this because, you know, I usually, I don't know, I don't really give attention to stuff like this.
Right.
And
True.
People who want attention. But I figured there were a lot of lies and things being misconstrued. So what I will say, okay, so for y'all, I'm sure all y'all that are listening don't really know exactly what we're talking about because you don't, you know, live on Instagram or whatever, TikTok, Twitter, whatever it might be. Young lady came forward talking about she and Juan dated during COVID, and she shows this like hotel receipt with his name on it.
Right.
Okay, that's like that's legit. I don't know. I mean, that's
the premise of the allegations.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. So, you know what I want to. Okay. So what I want to say first of all, I was aware of the situation before we filmed season 7.
Right.
And because this young lady was so pressed to tell me and to tell you, Gizelle,
yes,
I assume she told the whole cast.
Right, because she DM'd me.
Right. So all of season 7, I'm just like waiting for somebody to bring it up.
Because, you know, Karen is good for thinking she got some tea.
Right. Or anybody. I mean, like that's our life. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just ready for it. I'm waiting for it. And so when we're in Mexico and Ashley tells me that Karen, you know, was talking about us, and I'm like, oh, okay, this is it.
Right.
And she talks about some blonde holding hand, you know, him holding hands with a blonde in Georgetown that looks like Karen. I'm like, okay, this is ridiculous.
This is ridiculous.
Okay. Right.
Whew.
So that was, you know, it was kind of comical to me. So then we go down that road. But however, I was already aware of the situation and I expected to talk about it on season 7.
Right.
Now, the situation when it was presented to me was discussed. It was handled. It was something we had to work through, you know. It was not something that it was just like, oh, okay, whatever.
Oh, yeah. No.
However, there are a lot of things that need to be cleared up with what's being said with what allegedly happened, which did not. So,
okay.
And I want to almost maybe share the details for Patreon.
Oh, yeah. We'll give the details on the Patreon.
Yes.
So go ahead on and subscribe.
So I will give more details on Patreon. But what I will say is, yes, Juan was an idiot and communicated with this woman on Instagram, you know, because whatever. He's bored. He needs attention. He's, you know, it's a pandemic, blah, 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 whatever.
Right.
However, they did not date. He did not fly her anywhere.
Right.
And there is a reason why his name is on a hotel receipt, which I will share on Patreon.
Yes. Boom.
And the reason is not because he asked her to come and was volunteered to pay for this hotel room.
Right. The end.
Okay.
Yes. And then I will say several things on Patreon, like, let me catch her outside.
But,
allegedly.
you know, but since she pretty much was trying to bribe Juan and told her that she was going to become famous off of us, then I don't know, girl, go maybe, I don't know, hopefully you can start up OnlyFans and get some money off of it or something.
Yes, go show your booty on OnlyFans.
Right.
Yeah.
But I will say, just with respect to Juan and I, we dealt with the situation. It was definitely something that, you know, we had to work through relationship wise. Maybe that's why the wedding didn't happen when y'all wanted it to.
Oh, really?
I mean,
let's discuss. We'll discuss on Patreon.
I mean, yeah, maybe. I mean, it just, you know what I'm saying? But so anyway, it was something that we dealt with and, you know, we're moving forward.
Yeah.
Now, she had all this time to come up with a story, a lie, or something, and this is the bull swanky she came up with. Like, Robyn and Gizelle are so dense and dumb. Like, they're literally dumb blondes. Because you sit up here and say that you knew about this situation. You knew about it before season 7 even started filming, and that the entire season you were waiting on somebody to bring it up. Then when you all got to Mexico and Ashley told you about what Karen said, you was like, okay, here we go. But, darling, when Karen confronted you about it at the table, this is what you said.
Okay? Because I know that you know about the rumors about the blonde girl in Georgetown. I know you know that because you're smart. All of us know about it, right?
Never heard of it in my life.
Right?
I never heard of it in my life.
I heard that one. You heard it too?
I heard it.
Of course.
You said you never heard of it. Never, ever heard of it. Giselle sat up there and co-signed it and said she never heard of it. Both of y'all was sitting up there lying out of y'all necks. Then, on top of that, you went even further as to say, why would any of our men be walking around Georgetown holding hands? Why would we do that? Juan cussed you out pretty much on the telephone, telling you to get off his line with this foolishness. He sat up there and lied, said it wasn't true. But I thought you knew beforehand. I don't think you knew anything. I don't think you knew a dang on thing. I think that you may have heard the rumors, but you didn't have confirmation until you got home and you confronted Juan without the cameras and he had to, in fact, tell you the truth. Or you just got facts on the situation or receipts on the situation once this girl came out to the blogs with it. You might have just found out when we found out 2 weeks ago. But I don't believe you knew anything before season 7. You're a dang on lie. You lied about the whole Wendy situation, about why you were recording her. Thompson, you were looking out for her, trying to make sure that she didn't lose her job. That ain't why you did it. You did it because you said you wanted receipts in case anybody lied and said something happened that didn't happen and da-da-da-da-da-da, and you were being antagonistic. Like, I need for you to just be a man and step up to the plate and just be honest about the whole entire situation. Grown men ain't got no reason to be lying on their dick. And Robyn, I need for you to just get it together. You and your broad shoulders just need to understand that lying is not necessary. Be a man. Be a man. As my brother's looking at me right now. As I tell her to be a man. But it's the truth. It is the truth. You ain't got to lie to kick it. We all know Juan don't want you. Juan wants something else. And it ain't you. And bingo bango, he cheated on you once again, but y'all got married. Girl, get out of here. Y'all are in an open relationship where Juan can do what Juan want to do, and you got to sit at home twiddling your thumbs, waiting on Juan to come home, or wait until Gizelle decides she want to be a lesbian again. Because, like, girl, Juan does what Juan wants to do, and you take it for whatever reason. For whatever reason, the man done cheated on you again, and yet and still you married him. I feel like y'all got an agreement that y'all gonna stick this out as long as you on this show at this point, because you need a storyline. And I hope that the other girls call you out next season on your lies, because you always coming for somebody else and what they got going on in their life, and you be sitting over here going through the exact thing that you accuse other people of going through. That's what cracks me up. You accused Karen of wanted to antagonize Karen about her taxes. Meanwhile, y'all was over there in debt. You want to accuse people's husbands of cheating. Meanwhile, Juan's still cheating on you. Like, girl, get somewhere and sit down. You're a liar from the 90s and nobody's here for it. You and Gizelle, pee in the pod brains, couldn't even come up with a better excuse than this. If you were so prepared and knew about all this, you could have been like, okay, I already knew. And yep, I knew. What? Okay, point. But you didn't say that. You vehemently said, I didn't know anything about that. Never heard of it. Girl, get out of here. Goodbye. Let me know what y'all think about all of this down below in the comment section. Make sure to thumbs up this video, like and subscribe, and hit that notification bell button. I love you guys, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye.